most part in a cracking contest. Our next bout is between boxers from Tajikistan and Azerbaijan. There is 28-year-old Asror Vohidov. His opponent is Umid Rustamov. So our 5 scoring judges hail from Australia, Chinese Taipei, Guatemala, Slovakia and Algeria. The 10-point must system in effect. Mr. Roberto Savide of Argentina is the referee. And there is Umid Rustamov, participant in the 2023 World Championships, where he lost to Javier Ibanez in the 3rd preliminary round. The Cuban was relocated to Bulgaria. As for Asror Vohidov, 4-1 split decision winner over Shin Jae-yong of the Korean Republic in the round of 32. The movement of Rustamov was too much for the man from the Kenyan hit squad, Bakari Hassan, to deal with in the round of 32. How effective will that be here against Asror Vohidov, the southpaw from Tajikistan? We're underway. This is 57-kilogram action at the quarter-final stage. You'll notice neither Nicola or I are giving these numerical weight divisions names, and that is because names have been removed. This is around the featherweight division in old money, but all weight-making sports in the Olympic Games now go by numbers only, no longer have names assigned to them. The southpaw wearing red is Asror Vohidov, 28 years of age, from Tajikistan. This is his 2nd attempt to qualify, having competed in the Asian Games in autumn of last year. Quarter-finalist in the World Championships last year. His opponent, wearing blue, has just taken a terrific right jab, is Azerbaijan's Umid Rustamov from the Azerbaijan capital, Baku. Lands a good southpaw left to the body of his own. Minute gone in this opening round, and both boxers having success with straight shots.
Rustamov's having quite a bit of success every time he throws his jab out. I think he needs to throw the jab out more.
Oh, that's a terrific right hand to the body. Walked in with hands held high, dipped at the knees, turned his palm upwards and sunk in a right hook just above the belt line. On the back foot now, playing counter-puncher. That's what Vohidov wants to do as well, and that is why there is so much feinting with the hands, with the eyes, with the feet. But remember, the feints have to be convincing to draw something from the opponent that can be countered. Beautiful right jab from Rustamov, countered by a shot from Vohidov.
Yeah, beautiful there. You can, as you said, you can just see them both feinting. I think Rustamov just needs to get behind his jab a little bit more. That's it. The jab's working really, really well for him.
Retreating from one set of ropes to the other is Rustamov, backing his reflexes to counter off the strands effectively. Beautiful work with the lead right hand, and then an eye-catching 3-shot salvo. Right, left, right. The left hand was a half hook, half uppercut. There's a reverse 1-2. Left hand followed by the southpaw lead right, and then a right jab looking out towards his corner to accentuate the success of the shot. Going to be spoken to about keeping his head up there because he dipped beneath the belt line of Vohidov. Short on his attempted 1-2 is Rustamov. Left cross celebrated by the Azeri corner, but I'm not quite sure whether it made contact. And Vohidov just made to miss there. Rustamov possesses terrific reflexes, sitting square on the ropes. He appears to be a sitting target, but such is his radar. He's able to avoid shots coming in his direction, making his opponent miss by millimeters.
Yeah, definitely. Vohidov isn't doing the wrong thing there. He's backing his man onto the ropes, but somehow his man in blue seems to be escaping and countering.
First round in the book, and I thought that the man in blue, Rustamov, got the better of that first 3 minutes, but he's only been rewarded by 2 of the 5 scoring judges. Judges 1, 2 and 4 preferring the front foot pressure of Vohidov, but it's not as though it was aggressive pressure because he was looking to counterpunch as well. A 3-2 split is gone against Rustamov. I think is a little bit unfortunate, but a competitive round for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It was a very, very close round. I liked what the guy in blue was doing. You know, he was sitting back, using his jab. I think he needs to use his jab a little bit more. Every time he pops the jab out, it scores. I think in the second round, he needs to use it a lot more.
So, into the second round then. Umid Rustamov, the southpaw wearing blue from Azerbaijan, has been edged out in the first 3 minutes. 3-2. Vohidov just looking to assert that lead right hand. Southpaw left came in roundhouse fashion. It was defended by the gloves of Vohidov. Good jab to the body from Rustamov. And again, look at that disruptive jab from Vohidov. Really finding the range with that lead right hand now. And good reflexes from him in the pocket to avoid that slapping right hand that was slung in his direction.
Yeah, that was very good there from Vohidov. Just walking his man down, steady pressure, just getting into a clinch there.
Rustamov reaching for a right jab to the body, but couldn't find the range, and his left hand over the top, inaccurate. Roundhouse left was a slapping shot, may have landed with the inside of the glove, so may not be scored by the judges. Must land with the correct knuckle part of the glove. And remembering old school Olympic games, if you go on to the Olympics.com, you'll be able to see all of those practitioners who wore gloves that had a portion of white to determine where the knuckle area was and help the judges and referee to see whether a blow has been landed correctly with the knuckle part of the glove. Again, roundhouse left would have landed with the inside of the glove, but it was blocked by the defenses of Vohidov. So Rustamov hasn't really been as effective in this second round thus far. We're beyond the halfway stage, and again, a left hand to the body, right hook from Vohidov is a terrific combination from the man in red. Then a left cross, catching Rustamov as he's going backwards. And he's a strange type of boxer, Rustamov, in the sense that when he's not in close and landing, when he's landing hooks and uppercuts or a straight jab, sometimes his shots can look a little bit ungainly, even though they're delivered with terrific speed. Just like that left hand there. Won't see that roundhouse left in the coaching manual. Almost looks as though he stepped off the cricket field. If you're familiar with the sport of cricket, that is. Bowlers deliver the ball in that fashion. Exchange of jabs at centre ring. Rustamov momentarily putting his hands up high, and you see his corner celebrating, but that left hand landed with the inside of the wrist for my money.
Vohidov's doing a lot better here. Walking his man down. Oh, beautiful backhand there.
Right jab to the body, left cross to the chin. And I think this has been a very good round for Vohidov. Took the first on a 3-2 split, and that will have brought about a change in tactics. As you see, Rustamov looking for that speedy southpaw left, couldn't find it on a shot that was delivered straight. Little left tap after the bell. I think Vohidov has boxed very well in that second round. Doesn't want his mouthpiece removing, he just wants some water. Second round concluded, and Vohidov has swept the board, taking it unanimously to lead on 3 of the scorecards. And the 2 judges that scored for Rustamov in the opening round, well, those scorecards now tied up at 19 points apiece. He needs a massive final round to get back on level terms.
Huge final round to get back on level terms, and maybe he can do it. You know, maybe he'll take the initiative in this last round, but he's going to be really up against it by his man in red, who definitely is not going to give it up easy.
Maybe he can do it, but I think he's going to have to be busier than he was in the second round, and indeed more accurate. Saw him throw a correct southpaw left just before the bell, and there's a good right jab to the body. That's one of his best punches for my money. And sometimes the left hand, well, you see it's inaccurate, and look how much time that gives Vohidov to counter. He possesses terrific reflexes in the pocket, so his head movements enable him to avoid the incoming fire. But the roundhouse left, it takes so long to get back to defensive position that there's no way he can let another shot go.
Just like there. Vohidov's got the right idea. He's just coaxing his man in and waiting and countering him. He's countering as he's going forward as well.
So Rustamov looking to tighten up his punches. There he let a flurry go. Vohidov waves him back in and says, bring it to me. Look how active Vohidov is with his gloves, defending actively, then spun off the line and got back into range with a southpaw right jab. There's a pecking, poking right jab once again. Bit of clock being killed as the two men fashion a clinch at centre ring. Good work from Rustamov, scoring to both head and body. And it wasn't the wide punches. They were altogether more direct, whether they were straights or hooks. Good portion of the round for Rustamov, but there's a cracking left cross from Vohidov.
Yeah, Rustamov needs to work a bit more now. He can't afford to be going backwards, sitting back on his back foot. He needs to be going forward, taking the initiative, taking the fight to Vohidov.
Rustamov, the 2022 national champion of Azerbaijan, can't be waiting like this. He may have taken something off that shot by turning away to his left, but it landed nonetheless and landed with sufficient force to be a scoring shot. We're beyond the halfway stage, and thus far Rustamov hasn't produced the sustained, unanswered quality that he needs to make it a 10-8 round. He requires to bring it back on turns, but there was a good left cross. Now he's back in counter-punching mode once again, trying to lure Vohidov into his web where he can launch his counter-punches, but that, in many respects, is playing into the hands of Vohidov from Tajikistan because the clock will continue to elapse.
Yeah, Vohidov now is happy for him to sit back, you know. He doesn't really have to work now. It's all Rustamov that needs to get in there, start firing back. He can't just be walking backwards in straight lines and not throwing anything.
There he's looking for the left hand, but it's a little inaccurate once again. There was a beautiful left uppercut turned underneath and then a sumptuous right hook to the body sunk in by Vohidov. Rustamov, as speedy as he is, that was a rather ponderous looking roundhouse left to the ribcage of Vohidov. Closing stages of the third and final round. Desperation with the left cross and right hook, both shots inaccurate. 10-second clapper sounds. Beautiful use of the right hand from Vohidov, who is standing with his hands contemptuously low now. Disengages because he knows he's got the bout in his back pocket. The man in blue needed a massive final 3 minutes to overturn the 3 2018 scores that he faced. Two of the cards were tied up at 19 points apiece. But it is Asror Vohidov from Tajikistan who is probably going to be declared as a unanimous point decision victor here. Very good display from Vohidov, particularly in rounds 2 and 3.
And the winner by points unanimous decision. In the red corner representing...
And there is confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory for the reigning national champion of Tajikistan. Asror Vohidov goes through to the quarter-final stage with a very good display indeed against Azerbaijan's Umid Rustamov. Rustamov edged out in the first round 3-2. I thought he may have done enough to take it 3-2, but it went the other way. That's how close it was. But in rounds 2 and 3, this man proved that he was the governor. He boxed very well indeed.
Yeah, he really did. Vohidov just boxed comfortably in his skin in the last round. Punched when he needed to, went on his bike when he needed to. Just managed the clock and got the win. And they're the scores.
So after edging the first round 3-2, Vohidov winning the final 2 rounds unanimously. And that is how he has prevailed on a